not the case.
Yeah, and I think it's something that Sean was talking about a lot, that he likes the Harbor because it's so tough now for these KOs to want to do these pop flash plays.
Borpa, lock in, buddy. Borpa.
But you get punished for it.
You want to give your stomach?
Here it is on the attack. Aspas will be the first one to get tested and already best
guys.
the duelist.
Let's in, buddy. Borpa.
But you get punished for it.
You want to give your stomach?
Here it is on the attack. Aspas will be the first one to get tested and already best
guys.
the duelist.
Let's cheer for a 13-0.
Yeah, the king of Icebox strikes first. Vintage, and now it's all left to Cortezia here. And he's just going to play a retake style. Everyone's going to flood in from the side of MIBR. Furia do have some good post.
I'm ADHD as hell. I need a mentor to help me with it.
Part of the issue is the time.
What are some ways to combat ADHD without taking medication?
They do manage to get the spike down. Now we're going to see the flood out from the defensive side. MIBR with the numbers advantage, looking to push the pace a little bit more. Spotting a scalp. It's labored.
How?
But it's better late than never. The pistol, the way of MIBR.
Yeah, looking a little bit too easy for MIBR. A little
Growing
bit too
up.
comfortable. I think if I'm Furia right now, I'm a little worried
Routine.
because we got that spike down, but when it
Cognitive
came to that
behavioral therapy.
Exchange,
Just lock in, just focus, forehead. Therapy, but they might open up a can of worms you're not ready for. Sleep, routine, live in a situation where it's okay to be ADHD.
And this is just
you have to take medication for ADHD. It's a literal chemical imbalance. I don't want to rely on a drug, though. I don't know if I'm cracking open a can of worms here, but
can I defuse or?
if I can't do it on my own, then I can't do it at all. But like, maybe I'm just like, I could just be wrong about that. I'm sorry.
Let's talk about the vibes though a little bit, Doug. I mean, they're so chill. They're so lax.
Yeah, and I mean, all right.
Let's
call a spade here, right? I think the record at the top of the screen tells you everything you need to know about the expectations between these two teams. MIBR should be able to best Furia pretty handily. Now, you know, any dog can have its day.
Yo, dog, do you take Advil when you get a headache? Nah, I just focus.
They are the stronger team
on not having a headache.
Every way you could possibly imagine.
I guess if it's really bad, yeah.
It should be relatively pedestrian, but again, this is why you play the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go through those motions. Furia actually got a big pick right there onto Artsy, and that was a Vandal that just got juggled back by Verno. But
like, you guys think I need medication?
So
I don't think
progress
so.
on this round.
I'm totally fine.
Side of Eco.
I just need to lock in.
Aspas connecting on one, a little bit of utility joining in on the fun. 3 remaining on both sides.
We're not doctors, I fear.
Step back, Rafa finding success on getting a spike down for 2 rounds in a row.
I mean, the problem is anyone can get a prescription.
Let's see what the classics can do.
Even the doctors are not doctors anymore, if you think about it. That's why I trust you guys. Because you'll give it to me straight.
It's going to be a pretty easy cleanup on that kill. Heat feeling the walls closing in. Getting surrounded left in 1v3. The spike ticks away little by little, but it's Aspas who gets his third. MIBR gets his second. And Aspas gets a little bit closer to having those blades in play.
Yeah. All things considered for the side of Furia, though, Spike was planted 2 times in a row at that A site. If they can actually keep getting into these sites and use their composition to their advantage, we might be able to see
Never
some
trust a resident Twitch chat.
It's a stat that was popped up earlier.
I literally go to you guys for everything.
It's one of the areas where they actually do find success, right? So maybe that could be an opportunity to bring back this half. Maybe.
Bro, I feel like Aspas just have it all. I feel like Aspas actually has it all. He's the best player in the world, arguably. He has a wife. He's extremely good looking.
Not moving. You do wonder how much of the conversation around
he's maxed out on every fucking stat.
Post-plant success
Rich.
Is, you know, maybe we're beating a dead horse here.
Yeah.
But to lend itself.
I want to do running is.
All this info gathered from the side of MIBR, you're 100% correct, and that's a great entry from Havoc.
What?
Yep, and a great response from Khalil, too.
Oh, I feel like I'm re-energized after eating food. Who would have thought?
That it really felt like they needed to be bonused, and so far, it seems like that will be the case. Big numbers advantage away the attack. The spike has been planted.
Up trap dash. Doesn't have it.
It's only going from really bad to worse for MIBR.
Yeah, and fundamentally, I like the way that Furia are.
You think Furia would pick me up if I messaged them seriously? Just based off a clout.
In that post-plant scenario, because they got the first bloods. And that's what you want. Everybody else is playing util. I mean, now they're kind of hunting a bit.
No? Come on, brother.
A little unnecessary. say that as he, still ends up getting that kill, but
yeah, that is an interesting conversation to have though, because you look at situations like this and you go, okay, you have the advantage, you don't really want to lose it, you kind of want to play it smart as the flawless round goes through for Fury and they're on the board. But I do
You're lucky
think
that
for a
Sentinels
team
picked
like
you up.
Furia,
You're washed.
who has literally nothing to
I've been here for
fight
years,
other than
bro.
pride throughout the rest of this stage against.
You guys realize I'm a
is
former
considered
rank
to be
1 player,
one of the
right?
behemoths of Valorant across any
I might be
region.
shit now,
Yeah,
but I
mean,
used to
push
be
the
good.
pace a little bit. Yeah, swing
And that's
that a
more
little
than
bit
enough.
more aggro than you normally would, and let confidence get going.
yeah, but you just got to be careful because, like you said,
Sure,
with a decorated team, I mean, this MIBR roster,
Also, competition was fierce back in my day.
If you give them that time of day and it actually doesn't go your way, all of a sudden your economy's bad. Now MIBR is snowballing you. Here's that operator from Mossboss, though.
Oh!
Will fall. The
You like him?
Forced to take a step back, thrown in reverse. And he's gonna have to continue backing up.
Yeah, blistering pace. I mean, if Furia can get this spike planted unseen.
Oh!
Oops, my ult's ready.
Aspas connecting onto one.
Planted.
No, my
Narrowly
king!
missing the second again. The aggressive swing out from Heat. It's proving to be a little bit too much for Aspas here. Now you take a look at the economy for Verno. You got 100 credits for Cortesia, 400. You're not fighting this anymore.
Get that operator getting taken out so early. I wonder if Furia are going to try to pick
God,
that
that
up,
ass feel
put it
overworked
in
when I
their
stream
own
4
hands, and maybe
hours?
hold
What the fuck are you trying to
next
say,
default.
bro? You
But
trying to
so far,
fucking
you're right,
cancel me or
Furia
something? I'm not saying
do
nothing,
not
dude.
care whatsoever. They're swinging into
It's a bait-ass
Aspas'
question. That's a rage
operator.
bait
I mean,
question
he
for sure.
Taking that 1v1, it almost felt like he should have dropped there, but all that pressure, sometimes even players like Aspas are going to succumb to it.
Yeah, man, streaming is harder than a regular job, dude.
And that's
Yeah,
big.
man.
That's massive for Furia to fight back
Yeah,
into this. They're building
for
up
sure,
their
bro.
own economy right now. I mean, in the last 2 rounds, the last 2 gun rounds they've had, only dropping 1 rifle, and that was Havoc, who's gotten multiple entries.
Yeah, that's not too shabby. You're right. You take a look at the right side of your screen there. There's money blooming. It does not look like they're going to opt into grabbing the op from the previous round or investing in one of their own, which honestly, given the pace that they've approached the attack side with, I'm all for it.
Do I have any activities I do after
Continue
stream?
to push it. You're just
After stream, I
forcing
either
a
go
more
for
passive
another run.
situation if you're carrying an attack side op.
Yeah, and it's going to be an AD.
Or I
fight
sit
this
inside
time
a
around,
hot
trying to
tub,
spot out where these jet
or
knives
watch
are gonna
Netflix,
be.
or get dinner.
Specifically, Khalil and
But y'all
Heat
getting
are
too
gonna have
parasocial,
be
I need you to
careful
back the
for
fuck up.
Aspas trying to do some type of aggressive play on this B side of the map. If he gets that first blood, it's a way into this round. Yeah, I say that as Verno just takes the head off of Havoc. He's having none of that.
Who do I hot tub with? If your mom's not available, usually I just go with whoever's there.
I thought Rafa
Sometimes
might
meet
try
someone
to
new,
be
you know?
A little bit investigated with this utility and try to catch Aspas with the knife at the beginning of the round, but I guess 115 is a little bit better. So now they know at least where that threat is.
Want to go for a run together or
There's a
not?
lot of weaponry here, and they're still opting
Nah,
to go
you
for
might
this. It's
fucking be
gonna
crazy.
a brawl, though.
Aspas procs the dash, gets a little bit more high ground. Doesn't connect on the first blade. Still plenty more where that came from those. You see the spit hitting up back towards heaven. A little bit closer to Furia. Inch further up into the site. They managed to get the spike down. Now we're going to see how they deal with this double wall utility.
When is Pro City coming back?
The
Don't answer
situation
questions
is
you don't want the
I
answer
don't know
to.
that there's a way in. If they're going to flood, they have to do so
yeah.
very soon. And the clock is ticking. Prize again, 11 HP. Aspas looking to be the tip of the spear. Is Verno's the first to fall? No. Real room, no. Angle found.
What the fuck?
Very well handled by Furia. Artine and Shenum, 2 remaining with the gun.
Player standing.
Immediately falls. Shenum left in a 1v2. Again, Prize, weak Heat, not much better off, but there's just not enough time.
Wow. What a great
You wish
comeback
you
to
were
the round
Aspas,
from
lol.
Fury, being
Yeah,
down
fucking,
one.
and you wish you were
Got a little
Bjergsen.
bit
Now
dicey there,
what?
but speaking of trying to handle that Harbor utility,
Did I cook or no?
that Teo ultimate maybe would have liked to save that, but a win is a win. That delayed the retake.
I don't know. Are you a mid laner or jungler? If you're a jungler, I only know one jungler. I forget how to say his name. It starts with a
He
SVEN.
picks up 3 into that round. He's feeling himself a little bit here. And I feel like he's been a
He's a
player
mid
for
laner?
Fury
Oh, okay.
that
If you're a mid laner, then I
needed
got
to
it.
step up in previous matches. It's nice to see him here sitting at the top of the
Froggen
scoreboard
clears
for his
Bjergsen,
team.
then you woke up, bro. Let's
You
get
know
real
how
for a
talented
second
he
here.
could be mechanically, just hasn't really been able to show it.
Yeah, I know Vansili's grinning from ear to ear right now.
Yeah.
Watching Heat find some success. As Verno again, dying early.
Guess his get back onto Verno.
Traded right back though.
If you had a choice to be pro in a game, same money, same clout, same everything, Valorant or League of
They're
Legends?
finding success on these aggro takes.
And a lot of that is off the back of Havoc. I say that, of course, the curse.
But you are right. Reckoning now invested, gonna flush him out a little bit further. Force them further back to their side of the map. Shoving the line of scrimmage. As Rafa falls, our team's gotten the defuse to half. Pushed off the spit.
Dude, I don't know. I feel like being a pro in
Second
League is
set
hard
of
as fuck. I'm
utility
not
that
gonna
they're
lie.
gonna have to dance with and try to reckon around. Wow. 2 kills found from Prize. It's gonna be
Maybe
another
that's because
switches
I don't know,
to a
it's just-
different
I don't know.
weapon.
It
5
feels way
HP
harder.
pushing through the wall. 1 kill found.
I think it's way harder to be
Now
a
the
pro in a
smoke to buy
MOBA than
little bit of
FPS.
time doesn't even threaten.
Maybe
He's
it-
got to win this fight out. A tap is there. Khalil
Oh!
forced into the swing.
Khalil, what are you doing?
It
He's
got
shooting
close.
at
And
you.
hits the shot.
Hide.
Clutch for
That guy on
MIBR.
drugs?
0.87 seconds left on that. The
Brother's been on the team for 5 years. It's time for the snip snip. Dare I fucking say it, dude? Send his ass to the fucking bench, man. What's this guy have on the org? Blackmail? What?
Spam through the smoke. I thought it was Raps. Those Teo missiles were about to
That
come
was
back
mean. I'm
up.
sorry. I didn't mean that.
That was filth.
Yeah, but amongst the chaos in this situation, just jumping the gun a little bit too early
Nice, let's go, boys, let's
was
go.
Prize. Now MIBR, they answer back after 3 rounds won by Furia and another operator online for Aspas. He's got that
You
A-line,
farm
but
the
everybody
content. Don't go
on
too
the side of
far.
Fury
Brazil is
doing the
1
paint
dial
control.
away. True.
You look at
Retweet.
that mini-map, everybody's shifting over here.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same flavor, but it's just on the opposite side of the map. This time they have the lockdown they can play around. That'll buy a little bit of time.
Yeah, it creates a bunch of space as
Would
well,
you guys
but
agree that going pro in a
so far.
FPS is easier than going pro in a MOBA?
Havoc might have bit off a bit more than he could chew. Scales past safety and pays for it with his life. Now Cortezia has an ult of his own that he can counter with.
Yes, I agree.
And you imagine MIB are going to try to fill in the space.
I think FPS is
Here
easier.
in just a moment, Fury forced to sit back and watch and find any semblance of safety to play from behind.
Oh my god, he got
Excuse
fucking
me.
owned.
He got pre-fired.
Verno on a heater.
Yeah, that's
Numbers
not how
again,
it
the way
works,
the
we
defense,
did.
Prize and Khalil forced
That's
to try
not
to
how
take
it
back
works,
some of this
bro.
space and secure this spike.
One enemy remaining.
Wow.
That's real tough, man. The MIBR retake there was pretty.
Yeah, a lot was riding on the shoulders of Heat in that moment. But Verno understanding that the only gap of that Killjoy ultimate is the back of Yellow.
Right.
And he pre-fired Heat. That was just so fast. He'd had no time to react whatsoever.
I would trade my
And
skill
it's
for
this
MOBA
duo
Pro. I
of
don't care.
Aspas and Verno
Whatever skill I
in
have
tandem
left, I would love to trade it.
that clean up that retake. Oh, he saw him on the jiggle. That's what it was.
The thing is, I used to be a
I
plat
do
1
think, though, you were
fiddlesticks.
right. That's one of the
I do
only
bring
places
this
somebody
up,
could be back
even though it was
around
10 years
it
ago.
And be safe.
And it was this
I was
half-in,
so close to
half-out approach
diamonds.
from Furia that kind of led to their demise. I mean, 2 players pushing into Snowman right there, just getting completely punished. This time.
Fiddlesticks are little shitters, no LMAO.
Going towards A.
I mean,
It's
brother,
gonna
I had a
A,
set
B,
routine,
I
dude.
feel
I
like
get my fear level 2,
really readable from the
motherfucker
side
spinning
of
in the
the
air for
MIBR, they
3
should know.
seconds. I guarantee the
There's a
first blood
ton
for
of
my team
players here.
every
KO
single
is kinda
game.
making it obvious. Hopefully, Furia understand that and start throwing some feints with that utility. Make the players of MIBR second guess where the attack is going to be headed from. Maybe that freeze the round will do just that, but that turret being broken denies some of that.
Would you rather have a top mechanics of a top
round
Fortnite Pro or League of Legends? Definitely Fortnite then. Hornet, those guys are different species for sure. Those guys building and fucking editing and shit, those guys deserve medals.
Armageddon in play now. They're just waiting for the flood to come back out. Note that Verno has his ult. Shenum has
Those guys'
his too.
fucking operating speed is max.
Tenzia heard all these footsteps from Havoc as well.
Artine, the first to fall. There was just Cortezia, as you were mentioning, trying to spam through the wall, gets the best of Havoc. Heat's got a
Wow,
Heat
nice
got
shot,
some
actually.
space.
Wait, he just kind
He's
of
just made
moving.
the map a little
Oh.
bit smaller. Now the defense with full eyes, focus forward, prize. Yeah, you know you have to tap that out, ult out, and bait it out. That's exactly what they do. Now the real game is afoot. Can they flood him behind it? Try to get a little bit more space.
Eee.
That's a big ult invested, man, with no value behind it.
From the ropes, also a Viper's Pit invested too, but Cortezia, he just spams him, and that's it. I mean, Khalil, it's just unfortunate. Very unfortunate. So MIBR getting
Dude,
some momentum
Furia
back in
are
their
so
favor. I wonder if
fucking
we're gonna see a
terrible.
timeout from the side of
Yeah, you
Furia.
wouldn't say it to their face though. Agreed. I don't think they're.
There was
Yeah,
the
they're not
spam
good.
through the pit that you were mentioning.
Not
You're
good.
right. They dropped
But
the,
I mean, what are
Viper's
we?
Pit
What are
in
we
there. They
supposed to do,
put
bro?
the, sorry, not the Sova ult. What's the other one that they invested?
We're hanging out
Oh,
here,
Sova
okay?
ult, thank you. Yes.
Yeah, Armageddon.
Yeah.
Yeah, two big ultimates invested with no outcome for the side of Furia. And now there's the timeout now. All things considered, not too bad of a half. from this
Tuji or
attacking
Furia? Well,
side.
Tuji made roster
I feel
changes.
like
They look
did a good
better.
job of-
Yeah.
Decent half so far. 3 takes and get diffuses, and yes, some were closer than others, but they seem to have figured something out.
And now you look at this buy from the side of Furia, and it's
Oh
worrisome.
my
I mean,
God.
light armor across the board. You have a player with a bulldog.
Here's your answer to your question, bro.
This is gonna be a rough one.
That is interesting because it's not like they don't have the money. They're choosing not to invest into it, presumably to get a couple more chances at.
Well, it's
cutouts
asking the wrong
in
questions
this
to the
half.
wrong person.
Is not even
Nah,
gonna
that
rifle
has to
in
just
the
gotta
next
focus on
round.
yourself,
Yeah.
Osboss.
and it won't matter
is gonna have
what
to
other
deal
people
with all
think.
this utility. Furia have done a good job of not getting picked by the operator in the first, 15, 30 seconds of the round. It's been in the mid-round on the actual site hits where Osboss has been getting a lot of the kills.
I can't believe they're still checking this, and they got a kill on our team.
He stayed.
Aspas threatened to leave. Procs the dash, puts a bullet between Havoc's
You wanna
eyes,
play?
and then
Let's
gets out.
play!
He's trying to. At
Oh
least.
my God, that was close. You
Blaze
wanna
in
repeat
play,
that?
too.
Look at Aspas, bro. Legit, his
Respect.
BPM got lower in that
Furia have to freeze, use those knives.
segment.
Find out where Osboss is, but he dodges.
No, we
Able
should
to
actually do a
reposition
heart
the
rate
operator. Yeah,
stream
Furia want none
where you
of
can
this
see
thing
my heart rate while I
leaving.
play Valorant. It's probably easy to
The
set up.
problem is they don't have any.
I wanna
space
prove
today.
to you guys that my
they
heart
have
rate drops
some
during
presence
clutches.
mid with heat, and they've got the turret to make sure there's nothing kind of going on behind it. But you have
What
no
if it
idea
peaks,
someone's
though?
killed past 410. You
That would be
don't know what's up.
hilarious, dude.
And now they've got the pit. That they're gonna
YOLO,
have to
no,
deal
YOLO,
with,
you
too.
have to get out of here, bro.
Nicely timed pit.
I mean, what do you
Shenum
want
right
from me,
there.
dude?
But look at this little
30
gap in
seconds
mid.
left.
Heat He's found an opening.
Recalling my bot.
That's so corny. No, it's not.
It's a game of who's going to turn around first, is it?
Headshot.
Yeah.
Nice reaction. Nice flick.
Crispy out from Heat. Cortezia falls. And Verno's going to return the favor.
I hold my breath in clutches. Yeah, we know you do, Yum. We can see that.
10 seconds left.
We can see there's no oxygen getting up there.
Will succeed as Shenum does not choose to push the pace.
You still have KO Molly. You still have the Teo missiles online.
Remember, Aspas with an op here and still has the blades from the beginning of the round. Shenum, this is a big kill. You know, he was waiting for it just on the other side.
Ow.
Not connecting. I mean, where did the pellets go? Meanwhile, Aspas from on high.
Oh, Khalil, brother.
And that's another retake.
Oh my goodness.
For MIBR.
Yeah. Just gonna see that
infinite
diffuse bug right here when we see the score line pop up. But yeah,
Aspas 14 and 3. Yeah, he's farming.
Double dip, by the way, on yellow, just full confidence, taking out Havoc. Who, by the way, Havoc got the first.
He's so good on this map, right?
Onto Artsine.
Yeah.
Me and him, we just move different.
But I'm surprised there's no punish right after this. I mean, Aspas is stuck here. And yeah, he's got 2 smokes to work with, but the fact that he's not traded allows for this to happen, and that post-plant utility doesn't come into play at all. No KO Molly. The Teo missiles do come through, but the timing's just not there.
Full steam ahead for MIBR. 4 rounds in a row.
4 diffuses in a row as well.
Wow.
And this time, Artsine returning the favor.
Wow. So
Getting
close.
the best of Havoc at the beginning of the round. This would be an interesting spot here for us.
Where'd the KO dagger go?
Still has
I heard it whiz by my head.
Wall from Artsine to be able to play a little bit more safely.
Yeah, this is a wall that we saw G2 throwing out as well to delay all that B space. Allows you to slowly creep back in to this yellow area and take another angle. Aspas is so good in these moments as well.
I think it was Wyatt who was talking about it on the desk, how it hasn't felt like Aspas has needed to be Aspas.
Yeah.
He's currently 14 and 4, so he's certainly putting on a performance. His dad this round though, as Furia pushes a little bit further up. Khalil is so far ahead of everything right now.
Great Molly though to delay that spike being planted. You have to freeze again, and that time is running lower and lower and lower.
Yeah, and I mean, there's no idea if somebody, you have the turret that's back garage, but you're running the danger of getting wrapped here.
30 seconds left.
What does work into their favor is this KO knife. You could use it on the site.
Yeah.
No more mollies to delay you here. But at some point, I mean, you got to stick this plant.
Have I ever played with Aspas? What do you mean?
Patient with it, Rafa. Hitting down onto it now as Cortezia is not able to connect on the shots. Swing out from the Viper, and it's a lethal one at that. As again,
Oh,
another
what's that?
diffuse for
Why'd they go up the
MIBR,
rope, though?
Another retake for MIBR and another round win for MIBR.
It's getting out of hand right now. And Furia, it's what I was talking about earlier in those post plants. It's half in, half out. I mean, we had, I believe it was Rafa
So the bots
the spike and then running all the way back to yellow, while Khalil is running up the rope, giving a 1v1,
Right.
and then he is left on site to try to trade, balance the score, and it's just not on the same page.
Yep.
Nice. Okay, guys, we need to move. We need to move faster. They're standing still. We're standing still, and that's why these rounds are getting close. We need.
Holy fucking shit.
Yeah, so I mean,
My brother's turbo coming over there.
I mean,
there's that mid-round communication. Verno saying we need to be a little bit more proactive. Yeah, we're on the defensive side, but
there's a little proactivity for you. Aspas taking the aggro line with the op connecting.
jeez. Another first blood for Aspas. 15 kills.
Bro went from not
Most
coming to
operator, I
IGLing
mean,
the team.
In NRG's
Like, what's happening
nightmares,
here?
Now in Furia's nightmares. Something different, though, is the first time that he has taken space in this mid-tube. He's going to get cleared out, though. What a great drone from Verno. Oh, my goodness.
Dude, part of the issue for Furia, you were mentioning it's nightmares from Aspas is off. The problem for them is it's been nightmares for 5 weeks.
Honestly, it's low-key satisfying to watch Furia just continue to get fucking,
extremely rough
you know?
going.
I don't know, there's
Aspas
something
is human.
satisfying. It's like ASMR or something.
I mean,
like
if
every
you slow
round, you
down
know?
Here, if you're Furia, Havoc is currently playing B by himself, and maybe you can manipulate rotations a little bit, but the problem is when you're in a 3v5 like that, it's not like you have the numbers advantage to help spread the map out.
It's a great entry, though. It allows you to get that Armageddon online, and there's a lot of players in this backside area. Aspas needs to be a little bit careful here. He's good. He dodges that.
30 seconds left.
Ult invested, high ground taken, and now they can flood in behind it. And once again, we're finding ourselves in what could be a diffuse situation. Yep, Khalil takes one to the back of the head.
Oh my God, bro.
Another, and Havoc, who, if you remember, was on the opposite side of the map, is now left on the outside looking in once more.
And that was the call. I'm assuming Bruno made that call as well. I mean, we heard him do that little insert in that last round, the end of the last round. He was proactive. He was the one that used that drone to clear out all of mid, take out the lurk of heat, and he was probably the one that called to speed up because everyone saw Havoc on the minimap towards that B side of the map. It's a 4v2 on the actual A site. Numbers advantage, easy. I mean, just completely smothered. Nowhere to play if you're Furia. And we're already on the last round.
Are Furia bad players individually or teamwork issues?
MIBR with 6 rounds in a row. Cortezio's ult and RT.
It's definitely got to be bigger issue of teamwork.
Not to mention Verno, not too far.
They may not be the greatest individuals, but I don't think like they're as bad as it looks. It's just they don't know what to do because they're playing a good team.
You don't really know. He could be playing behind.
Definitely teamwork is the bigger issue, right?
He could be up in your lap like this.
Exactly.
I mean, individually, it's probably just also going bad because teamwork's failing.
Clear. I mean, look at the drone difference, right? It just sets Ospas up for free kills.
Right there.
RT took a little bit of damage through an earlier scuffle at the beginning of the round. Khalil has as well.
This is going to get shut down. Shenum is waiting right outside of the smoke.
Just enough HP.
Bot coming back. Recalling my bot.
If you're MIBR right now, what are the odds they're alone? I mean, no one from the side of MIBR is at this A site.
Wow.
It's so obvious that it's a
so
B
free,
hit.
brother.
17.
Have a lurk.
He's got the dash procced.
Oh my God!
Spike down. B.
Heat's now left alone in a 1v4. Final round of the half, doesn't have the spike. Now they know where he is. Does he die to Ospas? Of course he does.
Yeah.
A 9-3 half for MIBR. It was competitive at the beginning, and we talked a lot about how the pace that Furia were injecting into the rounds were, you know, kind of being a little problematic for MIBR, but they settled the ship and they rattle off, what is that, eight rounds in a row, 7 rounds in a row to close the half?
And so many diffuses. Their retakes were on point. Furia could not win a post plant. This is the problem with running no clear information in your composition on a map like this, especially against a player like Ospas.
The double wall comp on the retakes proved to be too much. We're going to throw it to a quick break. The second half of Icebox when we return. Fraud his credit because he had a really.
It's too late, guys.
Yes,
Furia when they come to play, I'll watch that after.
But man, they look good doing it.
Yeah, it shows a lot about a team that's confident in their ability.
Apparently, Boomich and Safe went back and forth on Twitter. Wait, we gotta see that.
Well.
That's hilarious.
What sort of confidence was that? He was.
Wait, what is the Tejo doing?
Like,
oh, there goes Khalil.
You know what? That's fine.
It's just textbook from MIBR right now. I mean, not really needing to do anything, and Rafa just catches a stray.
Oh my God.
Poor guy.
Hey.
I mean,
Yeah.
Why not hit that guy in the crowd so clearly?
I'm tilted.
Yeah, you know. Sometimes you play Valorant. Sometimes Valorant plays you, and that's been the case for Furia for the last 5 weeks. And it doesn't seem like it's gonna get any better.
That's brutal.
Damn.
What is this
He said
freeze
it.
from MIBR? Has something bad happened? Like, has a mouse disconnected?
They're playing a fundamentally sound way. I mean, they're waiting for any type of re-aggression from Furia. They understand that Furia.
I feel like Crowd is treating this like a comedy right now.
Down on those post plants.
Why do I hear the crowd mic so
really
clearly?
Trying to bait out any more pushes, seeing if there's any more mistakes that Furia are gonna make.
I hear them talking. I hear chatter during the round.
As you think about MIBR, they are in a 5v3. They managed to get the spike down. We'll continue this here in just a moment. Havoc's
What the fuck?
given away, and his
What the fuck?
life has been taken at the hands of who else?
Oh my God.
Join him
This
and
is
Rafa's
fucked,
13
man. This
HP
is
surely will
bullying.
not be enough to stand the test in a 1v5. I think when we think about
Oh
teams
my God, they flawless
that
them
we
as
expect
well.
to
Oh
compete
my
on the international level, and not just compete to qualify, but compete for
Oh.
hard, right? Compete for championships.
Yeah.
You want to see them dispose of teams that are on paper.
That was not zero damage, was it?
Be able to get through these games pretty
Was it
easily,
actually
right?
zero damage?
You take a look at some matchups like this.
There's no way.
Even to draw back to the first series, Jogamo
Oh
talked about
my
it. If there's
God,
no
was
pressure,
it?
They can be a little sluggish.
Wait, reverse Snoop
Perhaps
Dogg, ass
for
pass.
IBR, that has not been the case
Nice.
today.
Yeah.
I mean,
They're on top of it, and
Yeah.
I think that just shows the discipline that they have as a roster.
Sure.
And it's really important though, because we have to keep in mind this is a new team. We got rookies on here. Yeah, they play like veterans. Yeah, whatever. But still,
What the fuck?
the fact
What
that
the fuck?
that they could just be holding W probably and take this victory on the attack after they got those 2 picks and the dink on the Rafa, but they instead decide to hold. I think it says a lot
Bro, like
about
that.
their approach and how they're taking every team serious.
yeah. Including Fury in this situation. You're absolutely right. Take a look at the buy for the attack. Classic FPX. 3 rifles, 2 ghosts to carry into the next. And again, another testament to how they're playing.
Should
the
MIBR
game
be a
as
fine for
cleanly
this? Like bullying?
and as perfectly as you would expect them to, as you would expect any team to.
Yeah, just a basic 4-1 contact approach. So good with that harbor. Everything at B site cleared. This
Look at
A
this,
stack
playing the
has
bomb
been
for free.
sniffed out. And now with that spike being planted, it's gonna make it
I'll bet
nearly
that a spike.
impossible for Furies to retake into this. The recyclable utility. Walls on walls.
Look at that, a spike.
And then
Oh,
you have
my
Oswald
resident
sitting on top
sleeper.
yellow, just hunting.
Oh my residence.
Maybe everybody from Fury gonna just drop to that spike, not build up any of those ultimates on the side of MIBR. Artson, the closest one to that. He has 3 orbs gained. Maybe
They're
he'll go
denying
hunting.
Aspas's 30 bomb.
Yeah, there it is. Drops his guardian. He's gonna hunt with the ghost. As many as he can get here. Even if he falls, it's all good.
He might.
Oh.
No, he gets nothing.
Deleted.
Then the crowd goes mild.
Heard some yelling in the arena after that one. Yeah. Yeah, man.
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna take the bait. I'm not gonna be mean. MIBR get up to 11. Furia now with guns to respond though, including heavy armor on 3 players.
Someone said this
Let's
is
see
a
if
brain
Furia
dead team.
try to play into
Oh
that
my-
contact style that MIBR just did towards that B side of the map. It looks like Havoc is gonna have to deal with that if that comes. It's probably the player you want there too. That Jet, pop the dash. You could disrespect the harbor wall if it's there.
Yeah,
I don't
I mean,
know,
he,
I don't
he
know,
had some
guys.
good moments in the first
Tired,
half, too,
we'll
sure.
see.
Turrets destroyed.
It's a good dagger to delay, but this is the vintage, actual vintage Osposh dashing on the top 2, getting so much info for his team.
Other Rafo's just decapitated. Cortezia gets another.
Osposh is still in mid. He knows Heat's here.
Night night.
Oh
What
gosh.
the
I mean, with
fuck?
surgical precision.
It's sickening. It's just sickening.
11-3 right now. 12-3.
They're saving.
Inevitability.
Oh, I can't even save. Wait.
The spike got stuck here at the A site.
Hang on. Hang on.
One enemy remaining.
Wow.
Never mind. He's
What a
still alive.
recovery.
40 HP. Surely.
Wow.
Surely he
Nah,
gets it,
it's
right?
too good.
Yeah,
And he does.
Yeah, 12 for MIBR.
Which,
Ospas has
will figure a timeout here?
an obscenely high amount of kills.
Nah, I think the coach won't do
very
it
small
out of
amount
like
of rounds
he
played.
knows it's over too.
I think he's trying to compete with Cryo in the plus and minus at this point. Yeah, what entries? I mean, what do you do? What do you do?
Yeah, and I think again, I don't know. I want to draw attention.
Someone
more
said
to
it's
the
a
fact
waste
that
of the
this feels
viewers'
like an
time.
MIBR that's
What
hitting
the
their
f-
peak
Okay,
at
brother.
just the right time
What?
heading into playoffs.
It's a waste
We
of
gotta
the
talk
viewers'
about the MIBR
time.
of old
What?
to the
Yeah.
MIBR of now. At the beginning of the year, we talked about this, Trey. I remember having this conversation with you. They're changing the mindset around MIBR. They're changing the way people
Well-
talk about them. They're changing the way people think about them. This is a team that can be competing for hardware in Toronto.
Yeah, actually.
Enemy killed.
Especially when Osposh is hitting shots like that. Prize getting absolutely instud. And now the pace, it's being put on Furia at this A site.
Look at Viper, he's alone.
That alarm bot's still up, but it seems like Shenna might be able to get
Ooh.
past him and take up 2. Meanwhile, Kalu
Spike
getting 2
down
kills on
A.
site, making things competitive.
Oh,
Response instantly through. Havoc now falls. All attention can be turned towards the site. Khalil never really had a chance. 13-3 for MIBR. It was a slaughter. I mean, it was 3-3, and then it turned into 13-3.
Yeah, letting Icebox through against Osbos, I mean, it's tough. It's always going to be tough. He has the kill record on this map.
25 and 5.
It's his. I mean, this is...
I've only got one dart.
Furia when they come to play.
I've only got one dart. I've only got one dart. And I missed.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, but it's not like their maps have been close.
Yeah, especially on a set. I think their last game on a set was 13-7. It was a loss.
And I think that's the most competitive map they've had.
Yeah.
On the most competitive score they've had on that map, excuse me. It doesn't bode well
MIBR tweet?
at all. I think for MIBR, they looked really clean. The GOAT popped off, as you would expect him to, and I don't know. Maybe they have something.
freak
fresh
shit
on
is he
set. I
doing?
don't know, Trey.
I was impressed with the discipline that we saw out of the MIBR officer because, like I said,
I agree.
it could have gotten really silly, right?
Yep.
But the fact that they're still doing their due diligence, they're still doing the little things, I think that goes a long way, especially when you're going into a playoff.
They look really good. Just have to get through this last map, and then they can set their eyes on the greater prize. 13-3.
Sozinho eliminado. O round tava bom pra Fúria. Eu ia falar o seguinte, cara. Quando o Elite encontra esse gap, quem...
Wait, save Twitter. Let's see this. What the fuck is his Twitter? On Liquid? Oh, right here. That Vitality. Sorry, I'm tweaking. My bad. Let's see this. Hey, I wasn't initially thinking of addressing this, but so here goes nothing. I want to apologize for what I said during the Heretics game. I was nervous and trying to lighten the mood while we were losing. I didn't think it just came out, and I'm deeply regretful, especially considering I was referring to my own mother in an appropriate manner. Since then, I've been diagnosed with ADHD, and when I reflect about a lot of things with my personality, everything seems to make a lot more sense. I'm by no means ever going to excuse myself from what I said. It's merely giving perspective. I've also recently started taking medication to better manage it. What the fuck? Blown out of proportion. I would also like to be very clear, just because I said something unacceptable towards my own mother doesn't mean people have to make jokes about her dragon experience. I agree with that. I don't need to do it, anything, so please, if you need someone to hate, then let it be me. Believe my family alone. True. That being said, I'll take a step back from social media so I can have more time to reflect and focus with all the noise. Thanks for all I wanted to say. Wow, this got blown out of proportion, bro. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I hate to say it, and I don't want it to be the case either, but I think him addressing it made it almost I know he's coming from a good place, but it almost makes it worse by having this approach. I want to say, because people are gonna troll him, you know. People are gonna keep trolling him now because now they know that it like bothers him, right? So now people are gonna intentionally. I'm not gonna say the meme because now we're taking it seriously, but yeah. But yeah, it is what it is. And then Boomich replied and said, "You have VAC ban in CS because ADHD too. You not deserve any chance in esport." Oh, I don't know how that. What the fuck is that shit? Ah, man. All right. Wait, did Safe reply to this? Nah, this is a crazy comment. This is a crazy comment, though. This one. Ow, fuck. He didn't even reply to that. Wait, so Safe has a VAC ban in CS or something? I mean, Simple has a VAC ban too, right? I mean, I don't know how that shit goes, but yeah. Is there anything else?
Like turning the half around.
All right. Thanks for the info. Good luck in the series.
we gotta go down the list. Since Furia are
Okay.
playing, excuse me, what is General Manager Saucy fixing with Furia? If you're stepping
Is
in right
Saucy
now,
on
Coach
Furia?
Saucy,
He's on
what are you
MIBR.
telling them before this next map?
Oh, bro, I would change everything, honestly. Like, for the next map, I don't know. It's like, it's done.
Okay.
Honestly, I think it's done. But I would change the whole thing, like, not the roster itself, but how they practice and how to play Valorant, because I don't think they're playing the actual, like, the true Valorant, you know? So it's kind of weird to see them playing right now.
Got you. Okay. On the flip side, on the positive, happy note, MIBR, they are
90 to 10
the
is crazy.
torch bearers for Brazil right now. They're playing super well. What was your first reaction when they got Verno? Were you thinking that it was going to work?
I mean, I was actually scared because people were, like, telling that he doesn't watch VODs. So I was like, what? What are you doing? And then I talked to Aspa, and he's like, no, Verno's pretty good. He's, like, really smart. His mid round is perfect, so I think, like, oh yeah, that's what Aspas need, you know, like a guy that can play well as Aspas does, and like kind of manage him through the mid round. So I think he's perfect for MIBR.
Gotcha. Do you think MIBR with Verno and then also the excellent performances from all the Brazilian challengers players that they brought up, do you think they have potential to beat G2, that they could get to that level?
They have the potential, yeah. It might be soon. I mean, we kind of like, we almost beat them, right? So the potential is there, it exists. So I think right now we just need to think that the goal is to qualify to Toronto first, get the experience to like with the team to go to the international tournament. Like baby steps, just like chill, just wait a little bit.
Got you, okay. And then I'll pivot to Loud, your old team. Your boy Pancata is still with them. What are you telling him to do? They have a match this weekend against.
It's time for
EG, the
retirement,
last
brother.
chance to get a win. What are you telling them
Imagine
to
he says
do?
that.
How do they get fixed?
Bro, sometimes I talk to Brian, you know, and I told Brian, you're the only guy that in your team that knows more about Valorant than the other guys. So it makes sense that you got to
IGL.
the IGL function, but please just get the win, you know, just for the glory, just for the honor. You guys need the win, and then focus on the second split and try to get a spot to champions. That's it. That's their goal.
You think he's got the chops to be a good IGL? Because people were speculating about that, if he could fit into that role.
Ooh, he doesn't think so.
I mean, Brian doesn't have a choice, to be honest. Right now in Brazil, he's like one of the guys that knows more about Valorant than any other Brazilian players. So it's time for him to like be mature and realize, oh, I don't think there is anyone.
I'm banned from
right now
Brazil?
that can
Nah,
do a
you're
better
banned
job
from
than
Brazil.
myself. So I think that's the mentality, the mindset for him.
Gotcha. Well, listen, I miss you. Thank you for joining us. It's been
I miss
a
you too.
while. And enjoy co-streaming, man. And thank you for the insight on the scene. But we're going to head over to the second coach interview.
It's funny. I've both, even though they play. Have we ever seen a? We do not care, bro. Well, maybe this is her friend actually, because she's laughing. Maybe that's her friend actually. Yeah, that's insane though. That's insane. Like, have we ever seen a streamer? What's a big streamer that stepped away from streaming? Tifu. I guess Tifu's one. Salmon FNS, I also would put them in a similar boat, even though they plan on coming back to streaming. But the fact that they actually didn't continue to stream and pursued pro, deserves a level of respect on itself too. Yeah, I mean, I just think it's hard to do, but for it, what? Iron Man. Does that mean she's becoming a doctor or some shit? Maybe she can diagnose whatever the fuck my issues are.
Given that you're playing against a vanilla comp.